What's up, y'all? Happy Saturday Morning Live, Season 7, Episode 23. Let's get assembled. Then I gotta go back there and get my stuff. Hope everybody's doing well today. Lock force, assemble! No, you know what? I forgot something. Hold up. I wish this dude would leave. There's another one sitting out here waiting for the shoe shop guy to come in. He's never gonna come in.
Bluetooth mode. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Still sitting there, huh? Tried to get you to roll your window down and tell you he wasn't coming in so you wouldn't waste your time sitting there all day. But if you want to sit there all day, I guess it's okay, except for you taking up kind of two spots. Cause problems if somebody else wants to park. I always feel like I should go out there and... You can't see it, not that one. This is another one. Not that one that you see right there. There's another one over here. I always feel I should go out there and like block off the other spot with a sign that says, so because this idiot can't get between the lines, we're going to have to block this spot off until they leave. Yeah, I just closed the door. It was open until right before live came on. So it's just too hot now. Gotta keep the AC in, right? Don't refrigerate the neighborhood. My Coke tastes funny. I've got a funny taste in my mouth. I don't know if it's because of that Coke or what, but well, that's sad. I like these because of the can. It's perfect screwdriver height. And they're pretty good too, but I ain't got nowhere to put this. I like the dark chocolate way over the hazelnut. I'm not a big hazelnut person. I don't know. It's got a weird flavor. Hold on, let me go open another one. I feel like a cat with my tongue stuck. Oh, you're leaving. Congratulations. You figured it out. You know, I don't know if J-Bot's connected or not. Party music's gone anyway, but yeah, no, yep, it is. It is connected there. Let me turn the alerts on though. Okay, this. So if it's this one, well, I don't know, same batch, but if it's this one, then it's my taste buds. Let me try my Mississippi Cold Drip before we jump over to the other screen. Make sure it's not just my taste buds. Which you can buy at mscolddrip.com. Nope, not my taste buds, because that tastes normal. Maybe I'll just stick with this. Yeah, I think I will. Hey. How is everybody today? Nothing too unusual in Florida this past week to report. Check the date code. Well, it's out of a 12-pack that I've been drinking that are fine. I just grabbed 2 from the house because I didn't have any here. So it's possible, right? Because I can really taste the change in flavor, pretty much any deviation. So it's cold at the house. I put them in 2 of those stainless steel mugs to kind of keep them cold on the way over here. And then put them in ice back there. So I don't know, something may happen with, I don't know. Heck if I know. After you open it, yeah. You have a job coming up on the beach wing racer, installing mechanical combo on beach access gates. You know, that sounds all nice and cozy and awesome to do, and, you know, some change of scenery and all that probably is pretty cool. But there's probably a lot of elements involved that you got to deal with after that installation, being sand, right? I can only imagine. It's bad enough when you go to the beach for a holiday, much less having to take power tools and stuff out there. Imagine that adds an element of difficulty a little bit. Not to mention the heat, because it is getting hot. Who won with the thing today? Mr. Forbes won the lottery. Notice the placement of Wobbles. Wobbles is been pretty occupied, and that's kind of one of the things that we got to deal with today. What's up, Doust? Watching up in a hotel on a tiny TV. What's up, Tugboat Girl? You wasn't first. According to JBot, you were the first. You were the first to hit enter as I was going live. So that's what JBot is. I think that's what JBot is doing there. Yeah, after he woke up, or after he woke up. That's true too, because it does take a minute. So. Yep. We have that. I've just checked in on the points and all that. I did not fix anything on the duel or the lottery, whatever the slots that you can play. I didn't make it harder yet. I may play around with that in a minute if we get really bored. But we do have some stuff that we got to do up there, so I got to plug up the camera and we'll go deal with some locks that need to be thrown in the half-price bin. You already told them to give it so you can set it at the shop. Yeah. Anything you can do at the shop is makes it quicker on site. You're a Pepsi person, Douse? Ah, God. What's up, Dave A? I mean, yeah, if I had to go down to a beach, which we don't, we've got beaches, but they're not real beaches. So you go down 3.5 hours away from us, so doubtful I would be working on a beach. The closest I get is what you call them things at the lake houses. I do a lot of lake houses. Quite a large number of those, but definitely not the same as salt and sand and all that. What's up, Jimmy? So the first batch of Lockforce door markers went out to our store members, and we've got the other half of the batch going out like Tuesday or Wednesday, something like that. Whenever the other labels show up, we run out of labels. So some of y'all may have already gotten your Lockforce door marker. And I did try to stamp all of them, and a couple of y'all got special editions, and a couple of y'all are still going to get special editions, even if you got the regular ones. So, and you can do what you want with them. Don't really need to, but I don't know. So, oh yeah, the beach at the water treatment plant. I forgot about that beach. Aside from that beach, yeah, we have that beach. Oh, Nate G won the lottery. It was kind of luck of the draw. I made sure a few people's went out first, specifically, but then everybody else was kind of luck of the draw. And then we got a few Canadians that we're shipping out next week too. But we got to get rid of all the U.S. members first. You do a lot of places on even with brass. Imagine brass gets tarnished pretty quick down there. I have to do I've got a customer, I think, that I'm trying to convince not to slap a new shiny brass deadbolt above their beautiful 1950s antique handle set. Trying to explain through the email, and I have to really, I've always meant to do this. I'm gonna like make a PDF page, I guess, and take some pictures to try to describe how you can't the center line, because mortise locks are 2.5 or 2 3/4. If they have a 2.5, you're screwed because the center line is off a little bit, no matter which way you do it. 2 3/4 is fine, but we have mostly 2.5 on residential. Talking about old mortise locks. So having to explain that off versus finish makes it look terrible. Or even if you use like anti-brass, or even if you special order like, what do they call it, brush brass now, brush brass, it just doesn't look right. So I'm going to try to convince them to strip some, for me to strip some hardware, some of these old Schlage deadbolts that I have, and use those with the 1.5-inch hole. And some people just don't care. So I don't know. Maybe a waste of time trying to talk them into it. But hope not. Hope not. I hate putting deadbolts on doors and it just looks like crap. No. Oh, I know why. Coin Junkie, that was directed towards you because you used a key. You used a key phrase. So ignore that. I don't know if Jay's here or not. I was like, why is Jay here? Just slap a grade 4 define on there. God, that's so ugly. At least with the old Schlage, or for that matter, I think Baldwin still offers that small footprint using the 1.5-inch hole. Which, if that's the case, going back to that whole Dark Forest door marker thing, which will be available for sale in the store, I've already done a few videos on them. I've already had a few testers of mine that went out to people. I'm testing them once, and then so I've gone through 3 already that I've tested, but I need a couple more. And then I'll just probably use a clip out of the last install. Not the greatest, but it'll cover the basic needs of it. Yeah, so anyway, watch out for that video. So if you got a little weird bent piece of metal in the mail from me, thanks for being a subscriber to the store. And yeah, I'll post a how-to video soon. I'll get around to that somewhere or another. They're not on the store yet because I think I'm sending out most of mine for free to people of the first batch. So I got to order batch 2. I just wanted to test them, and I've done tested them, so they work. And actually, I gave a couple to my door guys, and you know what? They were like, hey, they came in just the other day, and they were like, hey, we used your little doohickey for pull handles. They had big pull handles, so they marked it at the 2 3/4 back set, and they said it worked out just fantastic. I was like, oh, there you go. Easy, quick way to mark for lining up. And it's also really good when you're putting on a handle set, you know, that bottom, because it's going to be the same back set at the bottom post, so you can just like measure and run the tool down the edge of the door. I don't know, I have one sitting here, and if you don't know what I'm talking about. Wait. For door marker. Yes, it looks very familiar, but it's totally different because it's narrower and more sleek and convenient. So yeah, they just ran it down the door. Mark. I think he said it had like 4 holes. It was one of those silly big ass handles where it had like sections or something. I don't know. You describe it to me, but he said it worked a treat. I want to get some in brass. I'm going to special order some brass. I did stainless steel last time. I might do thicker stainless steel this time and brass just for some special edition stuff. Video on the trader like that video is from like 5-6 months ago. I have been occupado. What's up, Warren? What's up, City Lock? I have been occupied with that dumb shit from last week that we watched the video on. Ended up pressing charges on him. He got arrested, and he is currently sitting in jail waiting for the judge, who is very familiar with the situation and came out to talk to me about it specifically. And they're gonna we're doing stuff on Homeboy, but we do have a new Homeboy. New Homeboy. Is totally different. Because new Homeboy dumped out trash and picked it all up and threw it back in the garbage. He climbed over. There's a new dumpster next door right here, or we're about to see some major work right here on the corner with this old building that's right here. It's an old cleaners. It's just become a problem building, so most of it has to be torn down, and he just got AC units across the street, and then there's a dumpster sitting on an open top dumpster, which is a magnet, and it came Friday, yesterday morning. It popped in Friday yesterday morning. Already somebody climbed up into it to look for it, and then he proceeded to go up the street, which is cool. I don't care if it goes in the dumpster; it's fair game. Just don't do what they did down the street. So about 5 years ago, story time. About 5 years ago, maybe longer. You know how time flies. They did this to a house down here that was a hoarder house, but it was actually good stuff. Like there were books, there was tripods out the ass, golf club cases, hundreds and thousands of books. And it was all in still relatively good condition. A lot of it was stolen. So they put a dumpster down at the end of the street beside the house and were emptying it out over the course of a couple of weeks. Well, some enterprising individuals decided to do a pop-up shop up here on the corner, and drug all the stuff out of that and drug it all up here and laid it out on the sidewalk, kind of in front of the bus stop. I'm pointing that way, so be this camera right diagonally, right there, that way. And they had it lined all down the sidewalk, and it was like a pop-up store. Kudos to them, but we had to call the cops on them and get them out of there. So, I hope that doesn't become a problem, but literally it's been here a day, hadn't gotten anything put in it yet, and there's already people looking in there. Again, as long as you don't trash it and leave shit laying around. The weird thing is there's a barrel, like a city barrel out there, and he lifted it up and looked up inside of it. Are there things that I don't know about inside of barrel traffic cones? Was he looking for something? Like he specifically leaned it over and looked up inside of it and left it leaning over. That's when I noticed something was odd and Fondren, because homeboy is sitting in jail right now, and we're adding charges. People are going around. It's been a thing. However, the good news is Jason has not had to effing come up here at 3 o'clock in the GD morning to watch out for his dumb, for the moment anyway. I'm not going to stay in jail forever, so, after homeboy looked in the bin, he went down the street checking every garbage thing. Yeah, some folks I feel bad for, some folks I press charges against. And then when he dumped out the garbage, I was just like the breath caught in my throat. And I started to get a little heart palpitations and a little sweat beaded up on my forehead. And I was like, if we have another one of those, I'm going to be really irritated. And then as I watched said video from this morning, he went and he picked it all up. Most of it. I don't know. I didn't go over there and look. But he picked up the majority of what he dumped out and then carried it on down the street. And I was like, thank you, sir. I hope you well. I hope you find money and housing and whatever else you need if you don't have housing. Whatever. Just, you need a job. If you're going to do that, then you go. Is this dude peeing across the street? I was just about to say, if you're peeing on the side of the building, I'm going to come outside and yell at you, bitch. Who is this? Can y'all see that in that bottom corner? I don't know if you can. I don't think you can. He's got a button-up shirt on, and he looks like he's pondering the new building. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Guy, for cleaning up and not being like other dude. So, I shit you not, Tuesday morning at 5, I can't even remember now, 4:30 or 5, security and I came by. I'm sitting here. He came by and it was like, he's down the street, come on. I was like, all right. And we went down the street and there was 5 big bins of garbage sitting out. And every one of them had been dumped over into the middle of the driveway. Huge pile of garbage. Not readily available. Like, you couldn't really tell on the camera, but, like, it was messy as shit. And we were like, bro, you gotta go. So he grabbed one of these big bins. And, I mean, they're pretty big bins. They're not the big bins, but they're pretty big bins. And he proceeded to walk down the middle of the street with his newfound bin all the way to Woodrow Wilson. So if you open up Google Maps and go from Dueling Avenue to Woodrow Wilson, that's half a mile. I don't know where he went after Woodrow Wilson because I lost interest in it. That's homeboy that I got arrested. After that, I went down when the court opened up, and I was like, yo, you know, this has got to stop. We've got like so many past charges on this guy. We've got this charge. We've got this. We've got general nuisance. We got every security guard in the area irritated at this guy, and every business owner. Even when I went to the grocery store the other day, and I was like, hey, just to let you know, this is what's going on with this guy. And she came back with the video, and she's like, oh, that's this guy, isn't it? And I was like, yep, that's him. You don't even have to show me the video. If he was tearing shit up and tearing up the garbage for no reason, it wasn't like he was looking for, I don't know what he's looking for. He just. Anyway, that'll be fun for Jason in the future, and maybe a video one day, because I've got so much footage from it, it's ridiculous. 14 days is what they're holding him for, so while we build evidence. Yeah, I don't want to have to do that. What's up, Skivity? Yeah, I'm totally fine with dumpster divers until they do, you know, start making messes and ridiculous nonsense of the area and walking off with a. I mean, those garbage cans are like $50. I had my neighbor backed into mine once. It was hilarious. It was hilarious to try to see him fix it, but he backed into mine once, and I ended up having to take a bottle jack and put in there and jack it apart because he was like, "I'll buy a new one." I was like, "Man, these things are like this cheap ass garbage can of mine was like $35. The good ones with the good wheels and the heavy duty lid, those are like $75 garbage cans." Yeah, I think this guy was either looking for just food or who knows what. I don't know. He had a bucket with him, like he was carrying around a small bucket. So who knows? We see plenty of the people going through it for food. But it's like I told the judge, it's like it. I've been here 30 years. We see this every day. We see this from people every day. And I've never, ever, 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 ever had such a problem with the dude, which is why I'm here. That's why I'm here, bro. I wouldn't bring it to this level if it wasn't a problem. I've seen a few of those dumpster dive videos. Can you imagine that? I mean, that's some literal shitty work right there. He only wanted money. You go down the corner down the street here, and every corner of the major intersection has panhandlers. Some of them have been proven to have cars, places to stay. They literally come just for that. Some of them are drifters. Some of them are problems, and then one of them is a huge issue, obviously. Uh, so yeah, the way of the world now, I guess. It becomes a problem when you ask them to carry on, carry on, and they don't carry on. A gas station trash can? Yeah, those are big money right there. Oops. Hey, it's sunrise. Hey, sunrise. Yeah, but the neighbor, he was like sticking his foot in it, trying to pop it open. I was like, oh, this is hilarious. I'm saving this footage. 100% saving it. Still use that same garbage can, too. Bottle jack, popped it right back up. In case you're ever in this situation, a bottle jack, well, from Harbor Freight. Always good to have a couple of those around. Pops it right apart. And a 2x4. Had to replace an entry lever on a back door behind a shopping center a couple of weeks back. Chatted up a couple of nice looking working girls while doing it. We don't really have that problem here. That is really not a thing. There are probably working girls. In fact, I take that back. There's a kind of a central area underneath the bridge where a lot of them hang out during midday. And I had the pleasure of pulling up to, it's a white girl and a black dude was, see you, come here. Both of them looked messed out. White girl and a black guy was like right on the corner, right in front of cars sitting at the stoplight. He had his hands like all up in her booty, and they were just like, they were all like, and there was a cop in front of me just sitting there watching them like everybody else was. So apparently there are working girls, but they're usually working for meth or whatever. They're not like professional. There's no real professional prostitution that I'm aware of that I've ever seen, and I drive the streets a lot. And I see an occasional one where I'm like, yeah, I've been approached, but it's not like, major cities where like I don't know. I guess I think of that as like videos from the 80s where there's girls in, fishnet stockings all sitting on the corner talking to each other, and then the car pulls up. That doesn't happen here. Sure it does somewhere, but scared of that. Scared of any of that. Got a cell phone business next door? Yeah, I imagine so. Bet that is a problem with dumpster divers. They're trying to legalize it. I mean, it's legalized to agree in what, Arizona? Somewhere outside of Nevada? White towel. I actually keep a dog towel. I call it a dog towel. I keep a dark blue towel in my truck for A, the unfortunate instance where I have to use it to cover up a dog, to carry it somewhere or something. B, to just cover up the stuff in my truck. So if I've got like a bag or something on the front seat where I don't want it to be that obvious, I'll just take just like a bath towel, and I'll just sling it out. Otherwise, the tent windows in the back of my van cover that part of it. Oh yeah, the story I did. I was approached at a gas station. She was like, "I'll I'll I'll do some things for you if you go buy me a slice of pizza." I was like, "No, sorry, can't help you at all. I'm not even gonna give you money for the pizza. I don't want this. I don't want to know what things you're talking about." I posted that on Twitter and I had half a dozen. Which gas station? Whoa. Yeah, you go right ahead. You go catch them cooties. Dumb shit. Kevin K, you're car shopping. Uh-oh. That sounds not fun. I hate shopping over anything. Even car shopping. I would not get excited about that at all. What's up, kid underscore? I saw your message. You got me some t-shirts coming. I'll have to wear one next week. Thank you for that. I just now recovering, going back to that whole situation. I'm just now recovering from being a lack of sleep for the last week and a half, pretty much, except for a couple of days. But even then, because I had my, you can't even hit that spot. Come on now. Because of, do I have to go moderate parking? No, she's going to the shoe shop. I think. Let me pull this camera up. We do have to set up another. Yeah, she was going to the shoe shop. So both the shoe shop guys are in the hospital, or out of the hospital, or recovering. So there's a whole list of people that have been coming in here, giving me their names so that I can give it to them because they have shoes in there. Not good, right? There's some pieced off people. And she left the keys in the car. Prostitutes were probably cops. See, that's some kind of level that that's something that we're not. They don't. It's not a thing here. I'm sure the cops run up on it in the middle of the night over at Mustang Motel on Northside Drive. I wonder if they're still open. So I'm quite sure that it's still around. People get arrested for it all the time. But it's not like an organized type thing. It's just usually meth heads trying to get a fix, you know. Hey, I'll be right back. Oh wait, I guess we can switch back to this camera while I'm doing this. So I pruned my crepe myrtles, not mine. The hell? What in the heck? What in the heck's going on with you? Stop it. Okay, while that's pondering life, I will keep setting up this camera. Oh, I got done pondering life. Good. So one thing that kind of irritates me about that is I've got a repeater that I was going to plug in next door right underneath the cameras to get better you know, camera reception or Wi-Fi reception. So, yeah, look at that. I did some pruning. The third one, right, like the third one right here, or over right there. I didn't do that, but yeah, now I can see the parking lot. That is the problem every summer as they grow up, and I can't see that. So I was like, you know what? This year I'm pruning these damn things. So I went and bought me a brand new pruner, and I pruned them, and now I can see the parking lot and see the miscreanting in the parking lot, as well as everywhere else. And I'm about to link up across the street with the camera network too, just to make it blatantly clear that I have effing eyes everywhere. Don't mess with me. Okay, so what blatantly clear before? Be right back. Yep. Yep. Have a good one. Unboxing. 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 I don't think any of it's mine though. But we're gonna look anyway. Pretty sure I already got all my stuff. Oh, please don't take my spot for 3 hours. Nope, that is Kim's. Yeah, yeah. And a new remote. Man, I wish you could order remotes that like, because our TV volume, the volume button went out. I always wish you could order it customizable. Or I wish you could plug it in and reset this, because I don't even use Voodoo or Sling. Amazon and their efficient shipping policies. Let me make sure that's it. One day we got 3 different drivers. 2 of them within 5 minutes of each other. I was like, well, yeah, this is very efficient. Thank you, Amazon. Yeah, it just, I gotta track down a glitch that happens. The camera still record through it, but like it like glitches out certain times of day, and I don't know what could be causing it. Kim said probably just spike in traffic because it's always like right around 11 o'clock. Um, you know, next time I see it happen, I'm gonna run some quick speed tests and see what's going on whose end that is. Because when you call and you like do a minor complaint, like, hey, every other day at so and so time, this does this, and like the Wi-Fi kind of gets all weird. They're like, oh, we don't show anything. Well, of course you don't show anything. It's because it's not at that time, you know. Anyway, I think I did a pretty fair gardening here. You want a better view of that? What do you think? I think that's pretty good, right? It's not crepe myrtle murder when it looked like this before. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Wait, where was I? There it is. No, I won't. I went and confused it. Hold on. I was going to show you a before picture. Okay, one more time. Go to this. Go to that. The iPad controls are laid out differently than normal. Oh, look, there's me doing it. Pretty big difference there in being able to see, right? So, yeah, I did that. My bad. Now I'm going to have to go back and delete this. I don't know, the cameras were down. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's not, and you know, crepe myrtles have those little flowers. Honestly, those things just create a mess on the sidewalk and get everywhere. I think I nipped that in the bud. It won't be as pretty. It'll just be bushes this year instead of flowering bushes, but so what? All in the name of security, right? You all 100%. I know, right? You lean over onto it and then you're like voodoo. Like, how did they hook up with, in this case, Roku? None of these other TVs. The only Roku I've got's one of our TVs. We've got 3 TVs, one here, 2 at the house, and none of them are Rokus. And it is totally different in like operating. But yeah, 100%. That one button. It's like they know that, and they're hoping that people will be like, "Well, I keep accidentally hitting it. Let's check this out." Like, is it a marketing ploy? Did they like pay billions of dollars to Roku, or is it I'm assuming Voodoo may be Roku owned. I don't know. Who knows? It's on purpose though. You got 2 telephoto and 2 of the newer ones. The V4. Yeah, I just got 4 new V4s and 1 new pan. Nowadays, effing memory cards, if you buy anything over a 256, which usually I get 256 just so it'll go back a week because so many events happen. But like, the memory card is half to 3/4 the cost of the camera itself. So yeah, it's a $40 camera, but it's in reality it's a $80 camera because of the freaking memory cards, which I only buy the better quality ones. So I know you can get cheap cards, but I buy the expensive cards. I don't know if it makes a difference or not. I would love to have PoE, and I had the old wired cameras here for the longest time, and that's when I shifted to Wise. And this is just, we have plaster walls. It's so hard to deal with any type of cabling in here. But I am going to have to cable out to the back to get power out there. I got to run probably about 100-foot run of blue wire up through the ceiling, which I'm scared of, over, down, and then out, following the same exact path as it coming in from my terminal. I basically have to backtrack from my router if I don't want to pay for a whole new service. I was like, come on, there's no way to, like right here at this box, right where I need power, these 2 boxes, Ain't no way to do something there so that I can... No, not without your own account. Fuck. So you mean I gotta retrace the wiring that y'all brought over? Yeah, great. Okay, fine. Fine, I will one day. I've thought about getting those. I don't know if they're out of them or not, but Wise had those wireless the new wireless cameras, 2 for $99, which is a damn good deal. Except I don't like their wireless series. They're not as functional. They only operate, and then you have to go recharge it. It wouldn't. I just need hardwire power. So I don't know how. I guess I'm gonna get a Ethernet out there and run it into an adapter thing to plug in. How am I gonna do that? I need power, and so I need to run an Ethernet wire out there and plug it into what close to their box so that I can then plug in like a 20-foot extension cord to move the camera wherever. What apparatus would I need at the end of that run? It uses a micro USB or a regular USB connection, and it'd have to be weatherproof. I looked all this up before. The problem with all wireless, so I can get out, so I can get to, is our walls are plaster, which has got metal, like in the ceiling here, there's metal wire mesh. We're a Faraday cage almost. Plaster. So anything wireless is crappy anyway, which is why I even have problems with the cameras that are not 20 feet away through here. It's because they're going through plaster here. I hadn't found any metal in this wall, not to say there isn't any, but and then another plaster wall on the other side, and since that's an outside wall, more than likely has a metal mesh. Can't you just use a power supply close to the camera or use a solar power to recharge? The solar power still doesn't let you, like if I wanted to live monitor it for a certain period of time, like during the day, like you can with traditional wired systems, I wouldn't be able to. And if I get that Ethernet back out there, if I ever do integrate a new system, the new wiring will already be there. Either which way, it would be beneficial for me to get a power source out of the building to the outside, right? And that's pretty much the only way to do it. So what's up, King's Classic? I use Blink camera system with 4 wireless cameras and it's synced together, no cable to the router. I've heard pretty decent things about the Blink ecosystem too. I'm already fully invested in Wise, over invested in Wise, so it's sufficient. And the cops are always like, "This is the best footage. We don't get usually good footage." So they seem to be doing a pretty good job. And I found that if you have enough cameras, it factors into the failure cameras, because every so often one of them will eat a memory card and it won't be recording correctly. So I have overlap cameras in case we have a failure. A little awkward to do it that way, but so two is none, 1 is none, 4 is better, or something like that. And then even so with the wireless versions, you still have the Faraday cage kind of issue. Let me go over here. Let's go ahead and split that back off real quick. And let me get this set up. Oops. Doop, boop, boop, doo. And switching mic over to that desk mic. Okay, we are on this microphone over here. If I could get a volume check real quick, make sure it is operating correctly while I pull up the mobile comments section and get the locks that we're going to deal with just to get out of the way. Oh, yeah, that sounds like it works. Okay. Audio good, thank you. Okay, y'all. Y'all want to do something? Let's do something here. I was pondering this right as live started, and I realized that all this crap is sitting out on the table. I was like, I wonder how long it would take. So I've got two of these, and then these should be different keys. So what I was thinking, I was like, okay, here we go. If I have this on the workbench, pre-Lishy, I would just pop this apart and use space and depth keys, which I have right here, for instance. And now I'm like, okay, well, you have the little Lishy thing here. Oh, we've got a spacer ring down. Spacer ring down. So, is it quicker to Lishy it, decode it, and cut the key versus taking it apart and using space and depth keys? You never know, because that is more of a surefire thing, popping it apart to satin nickel. This ends up looking like this after like 5 years in the sun too. So it's like I was like, okay, well, I got my Lishy in here because I got my pick kit that is in horrible condition right now, and I started trying to Lishy one. And then there's also another factor you could take into effect. What about just picking it? Well, and this kind of goes down to, what do you do nowadays if you become fairly proficient? What the hell does that mean? Fairly proficient with picking. Do you pick it and then decode it? Do you hit the camera with your hand? So I think the quickest way, honestly, when you're doing it in your hand is to pop it apart. But, if you can Lishy it quick and decode it, especially in the case of, like, I took these off of several doors, and in other words, I've got two doorknobs and two deadbolts that all should be the same key. I don't know. It may be 2 and 2. But I know Reliabuilt, sold at Lowe's, is getting more and more famous for selling a huge number of door locks in a case. So you end up buying like 6-pack key alike. So I'm guessing they're all key alike. So no. So doing this, or even using a Lishy, it's not doing real great here. Even using a Lishy is kind of a non-time factor guaranteed thing, right? Yeah, sure, it may open quick, but it may not. And then you get invested with the time that you spent doing this and realize, well, hey, I could have just popped this sucker apart by now and SD'd it, cut a key, and be done. However, I will also note, this does give you good practice. This is kind of gives you that feel for different pens, of brands of pens and stuff. So I'd much rather be, quote, practicing and messing around with this and getting a good feel for it here in the air conditioning versus out there. So not counting that into consideration, if I wanted to get a kind of a practice feel for it or was just screwing around, I would probably do this. But as you can see, I've already could have taken it apart and shimmed it more than likely. By now, I'd probably be reading the last few numbers of the space and depth. Something's funny with that 3. Nothing. So now let's pop it apart, especially if it's in your hand. Now, if it was on the door, you'd also have to factor in unscrewing it from the door. Well, no, actually on this one you wouldn't. You can just pop the knob off, assuming you're not locked out of it. All right. Assuming it will pop off. Hello. Thank you. Boom, boom, boom. Much quicker. I've got a bent shim there. And pretty much guaranteed. Not saying all shimming's easy, but for the most part, I might as well keep that out because I got to do a few here. All right, so space and depth, where'd you go? Let me check this parking place. Okay, we're good. 7. Nope. Let's go 2. All right, so maybe. Hey, be right with you.
Hey, how much you charge the key for the lock?
They are $10 per cylinder. So double key is 30.
Okay.
You have the key. You want a key too?
Yeah, give me 1. 2 key.
You have to use it.
So I'm sorry, I want to keep this.
Yeah, I need your key.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'm gonna get a 1. Do you have any like pretty sturdy keys?
All ours are U.S. made brass keys. These are they're all about the same as far as sturdiness. There's not really a sturdier key besides something like this, but even then, with the bigger head, it makes it easier to twist off.
Yeah, so how much are these?
That particular one is $8. Now I do have a version with a bigger head that's still brass. That's like $4.
Yeah.
But that's a better metal. So
Let me get 2 of these.
okay.
Wait, let me get 1 of these and 1 of these.
Okay. That's like my shoe shop out there.
Well, they put it right there in the new building right there.
It's going to be a piano bar and possibly karaoke rooms. Don't ask why.
I saw on the page that was Walker's was moving.
No, Walker's is staying. The guy that formerly owned it for the last 20 years is just starting a new restaurant over in the district. And he sold it to somebody else. Walker's is staying here, though.
Oh, okay.
For the time being. Gross. That does not look right.
the only AC you have going right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's food for pretty good.
The building's very well insulated. For an old building, anyway.
Keep this pretty cool in here. Thought you had like central AC.
Be right with you. If you're standing outside the door that you're putting this on, you know, which side is the lock on?
On the left.
On the left-hand side of the door, if you're standing outside the door? Okay, got 4158. Just tap it or insert it there. Okay, it took it and here's a little ticket if you need it. There we go.
Okay,
Thanks. Y'all have a good weekend.
thanks.
Alright. Nope, where'd the comments go? Dang it. My silly work was interrupted by real work, huh? Okay, so where were we? Trying to figure out what this guy was before we actually had to do real work. Where was my? I think it was 1 2 2 1 2 1 3 2 2 2 2. So I don't know. That's sticking up a little bit. But it may just be a shitty lock. Let's try 3 3. Yep. I don't know. That sunk pretty low, but again, shitty lock. Got definitely a lip there. We'll go 2-2. We'll go high. Let go. What the fuck? 2-2. Where was that 2? Weren't we supposed to be doing this fast? Okay, 2-2. 6-4-5. 2-2. 2-2. Yep. 4, 6, 5. 2-2. What did I say? 6-4-5. Wait, was that it? 6-4-5 or 5-4-6? 6-4. 6-4-5. Yeah, 2-2, 6-4-5. Boo. We're gonna leave that like that. Go cut a key real quick. We are not going to talk about the incredible amount of Mount Brassmore that's over there. Whoa, look at that. I just spun that, didn't I? Did you see that? Like, I did that quick enough so that it spun. Or did I put this in backwards? Look at that. It did. I did. I spun it. Like a spinner. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. That's it, though. Let's go see if the other one is. I don't think any of these are. But I bet you these certainly are. It's amazing. Okay, that's enough of that. Oh, I have screws and everything. $8 each. Oh, you're charging $8? I'll charge $8. Okay. Doop. Now, these are a different story. Because the deadbolts that came with those are shitty. So, those I could just rekey, and conveniently enough, I now have a new set of quickset keys I could use, right? So, I'm going to copy 3 keys of this, put their screws back in. Where'd the latch go? Perfectly good locks. For $8. Okay, this, and this. Yep. You know, actually, I could just do this. You know, instead of doing keys, let me do this even cheaper so I don't burn a key, because I don't want it just sitting there for a while. We're going to go 2, 2, 6, 4, 5. Damn, my memory. Sweat. Yeah, 4, 5. Okay. You know, a whole lifetime of forcing myself to forget codes immediately has done its damage to my brain, I think. 2, 2, 6, 4, 5. Like, I force myself to forget this shit immediately, and I have for easily 15 to 20 years. $8. $8. Thank you, holla. 2, 2, 6, 4, 5. Right up until it gets rekeyed. All right, next. Or what time are we at? Where are we at on timing? 12:33. Boom. Jason the Rotten Spinner. Weird audio filtering going on. What's going on with the audio filtering? Do I need to toggle the fifth toggle? I don't know. Let me double check it. Okay, I'm back with reset of the of that. Okay, let's move these out of the way. We're done. Yep. Yo, I've got some special shit for y'all here. Very rarely are we graced with the presence of this, believe it or not. Dun, 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 dun. It's a canard. I don't see a whole lot of canard. I don't see a whole lot of canard. It looks like a Schlage keyway. Is that a Schlage keyway? It is. Mother effer. Okay. I don't see a lot of canard in the area. So that's unusual. Now the deadbolts here, I don't know which one is which. One of these is canard. This is a RB. So I guess, is this a canard deadbolt, y'all? Do you know? No, because it's a different... Okay, well, I guess I threw it away. So this probably fits this one, all right? So that would be worth it to try that. That's a Defiant. Yep. And this is a Defiant. All right, let's do this one since this is in kind of worse condition, but, you know. All right, what were we doing? Taking it from the top. Invest in what? Approximately 1 minute in each method. What do you do before this? You lube it. Okay, it's lubed. All right, 1 minute on the clock. Here, let me use one of these silly ass picks. Dang it, Wes got them for me. Boom, boom. Okay, that was good. What is this, Fat Boy? Yeah, that's Fat Boy. Fat Boy doesn't work. How about that one? There we go. I always wanted to be a cool lock picker. I was deeply exaggerating that for a second, and then I realized how ridiculous it was. So, what, a minute on the clock? 1 bite. Everybody knows the rules. I don't think that's my tagline, though. Slots, you want to... Yeah, I'll go turn those on. Hold on. I didn't make it harder, though. You know what I can do? I can come over here, since this is stupid. I mean... Stupid. I won't cheat. If I get it, I'll let you know. Let's see what we got here. Well, I never did fix the slots though, so let me see about that. How do you do that? Chatbot command, roulette, slots, edit. 5 selected icons, 6 combo, manage combos, create variation from combo, multiplier 8 times. If you get 3 Lumia lights, so that's 8 times the win, 5 times the win. If you get a head, why? 2 times the win, 2 times the win. What do you win for everything? Create variation from combo. I need to take away some of these. So if you get, no wait, so if you get 2, and if you get 2 and 2, so what? Why would you win if you got those three symbols? If you roll a head, a weird thing, and a weird light bulb, like a new age light bulb, you win. That's three different 5 times. I don't get that. We're gonna delete that. Delete. Okay, now two heads and a light bulb thing. Yeah, two heads, but the other ones are if you get two random or two random. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this one. That's gone. If you get two at the end, two at the end, I'm good with that. Let's create a variation. Variation. What the hell did I just do? Okay, add combo. Use random icons to represent any symbol in possession. I did try loading the Lockforce dude in the logos, but it won't let me do that yet. Maybe that's a future update. I'm still down here picking. It's not working. I'm going to get the Lishy. Sticking my Lishy in. Timer starts now. All right, so where were we? Add a combo. Click. Let's make this 1,000 times. No, we'll do 10 times. 1,000 times better. Okay, save. I don't know. Next step. 5 selected icons. Manage icons. Add. But it doesn't let me. It only lets me choose from their stock. How about green? How about a green dot? Right there. Save. 6 selected icons. Heckin' yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Manage combos. We'll create a new combo. Does it give us the... No, it doesn't give us how to change the create variation from variation create sex. You know, this program is kind of cool, but it's super convoluted sometimes with how it does things. And I guess I get it, but... Okay, I will activate slots now. Poop. Okay, slots is on. I'll let y'all play slots for a minute, and then you can duel. I'll raise up the duel. I don't know if we ever actually got it to work last week, but I'll raise up the minimum duel amount so that y'all can burn some, so you can burn some points. Right now, Fred's in the lead with 7.4K. Dang it, Wes right behind him with 4.7K. That's exactly opposite of what he has. Numerically, you know. I'm running out of room, time on my Lishy in here. Still not Lishied open yet. I've, you know, when I got the KW ones, I kind of started going back to just traditional picking, honestly. When I first go up to a door now, I'm going to give it some rakes first before I try the Lishy anyway. Well, this is kind of a logical progression of what I'm doing. Trying to get into place before I kill the lock. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, I got it. Yay, Jason. Where'd my screen go? So let's say 3, 3, 5, 5, 3. 3, 3, 5, 5, 3. Hey.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm not saving those. But do they take a long trip? I'm coming away from Gus so I could take my shoes over here. Do they
Last I heard, he was in both of them, or one of them just got out of the hospital, and the other one had to go into the hospital.
Wow.
Do you want me to get your number? Bounce outside. See the obligatory siren. Ambulance. Y'all didn't get to see it because it turned down here. Yeah, I just noticed because I had to pull out more Houdini a minute ago. I'm down to like 2 or 3 left in my box. What did I say? 33553. Trying not to burn a blank, but I guess I have to. Bye. You gone?
I'm waiting on as I ain't felt good all morning.
Oh.
That's just why I ain't been on my signs or something. Yeah.
You waiting on who?
Ashley.
Oh. That's how you said the E word. I was like, really? Okay.
Love you.
Love you. Get feeling better.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're good. Ooh. He made a key. Ooh, big deal. Which one? That one? Oh, that is not it. Ruh-roh. We have more than one lock with it. Nope. Nope. And we know it's not that one. So... Ah! Nope. Well, hell. I know there was a deadbolt on this door. Hold on, let me go look. So, I don't know. Next. That looks like a good $8. Who's winning? Man, I never get to win because I never get to play. How do I do it? How do I do it? I want to do it. I never get to do it. Do I get to do it? Slots. You just type this. 500. How come admins don't have more? Do I need to stretch out the cooldown? It's a little bit irritating. I know some of y'all are not fond of that, but it'll only be a minute. I'll let y'all rack up a few. Do we need to fix anything on that, like the message? What's the question mark? Why a question mark? Where are all the question marks coming from? I don't get that. Is that some kind of code? JBot has a code. Good luck, Jason. Better luck next time. Oh, man, I lost. What the hell? I rolled Lumia. Oh, look at that. I rolled Lumia Astro. What does that mean? What does all that mean? I guess I need to research this sometime or another. Okay, just the magnet part of this is a little bit infuriating because of that. Just stay there. Nope, don't fall over. But they do work, see? Proof enough that LPL's little picks work. Again, we're going with, what is that? What the hell is that? 2.5? 2.5. We're going to go 2.5. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. What the fuck just happened? Excuse my language. I gridded my way past 2. Is it now is it 1 or is it 2? Sits okay into, oh, 1, 2. 2, 1. 5. 3, 2. Well, I said that on the other 2. And 4. What did I say? 2, but watch this. Goes down. We're going to start with 2, and then we're going to start with 1, and then do 2. So 1, 5. That sounds really odd, but 1, 5. 1, 5. So those rounded pins. 1, 5, 3. 1, 5, 3. 2. 1, 5, 3. 2. 4. 1, 5, 3, 2, 4. Weird. 5, 3, 2, 4. 5, 3, 2, 4. Okay, 1, 5, 3, 2, 4, coming up. What do you want to bet it's a 2, not a 1? It is a 2. Oh. Or it's just a... We're going to go 2. Oh, 2. Much better. All right, which one? This one, the shitty one. Even more shitty than this one. Alright, so we have... That looks like an Ace Hardware. Oh no, I got this one from Joe. Thank you again, Joe. Nope, this one is the Ace Hardware, and it does not look like that. I thought it did, but this is the Ace Hardware, which is evidenced by that thing. And that one does not have that, so that's not an Ace. This one is an Ace. I mean, 100% have to be the shittiest locks ever made, besides the Amazon ones. At least you can rekey the Ace locks. But that one, whose is this? Is this Kennard's? Maybe? No, Kennard had a Schlage keyway. Alright, let's do this. What do we have to do? What was that? 2, 5, 3? 2, 5, 3, 2, 4? 2, 5, 3, 2, 4? Okay, and lastly, this guy. Another $8 right there. So the 2 latches I was able to salvage, one of them is an Ace. The other one is the RB. So it's not the RB, which must be this one. Let's go with that, obviously. But this thing has A, the typical shitty twisted tailpiece already. And B, it's got that little cutout right there. So this has to be an Ace deadbolt. I knew it looked like an Ace because of the thumb turn. Crappy ass lock. Which would be this. If you want a lock that's sure to fail you at any given time, make sure and choose Ace Hardware for your thank you, Justin T, for your needs. It'll be sure to be the shittiest lock that you could possibly buy. Eclipsed only by an Amazon lock. Oh no, come on. Where are you? And where is my bit? Quality stuff right there. Alright, so lastly, this guy, is it screwed on? It's not. Hey! How are you? Good. Thank you. No, that's good.
Very good, man.
All right.
Good.
Appreciate it.
Take that over here.
Have a good one.
Too.
Holy, he's on the motor unit. I was about to ask him about our fuck nut, and then he said he's on the motor unit, so he wouldn't deal with him. He's the one that gets you on the interstate. I've seen him getting people on the interstate. This one feels nice and muddy. I didn't lubricate it. Why didn't I lubricate it? All right, y'all down with the, got a cam down? What cam down? This one? Yeah, you're right. It's okay. We don't need it anymore. Got double audio, though. Okay, turn off the double audio. Okay, y'all are done with the slots. Wait, let me try one time. I only got to do it once. So how do you do it? Slots. 500 million. Oh, and you know what? I'll tell you what. Let's do this. One last blowout. Y'all want to burn some points? See if you want to take a risk. We can do one great last risk. How about that? Fred, you are up to 13.8. Fred, double or nothing, man. Double or nothing. Double or nothing. We're going to do it. Double or nothing. We're going to... I don't know how. Guess I got to go to... Heck if I know how to do that. Hold on, let me figure it out. There's slots. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Maximum bet amount. 13.8K is what? 13.8. Maximum bet amount. 5,000. Oof. No. 5,000 is lame. 8,000. I hadn't said it yet, so don't be trying. How many icons to randomize? That's a stupid jackpot message. Let me get rid of that. Lol. You won. Okay, next step. Next step. Complete. Okay, you can now bet up to 8,000. Go for it. You've got less than 3.5 minutes. Da, 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 da. Do I have 8,000? Hey.
I just need some copies made.
Okay, doke.
Actually, 2 different keys.
All right.
And I'll have, I guess I'll get 3 copies of each.
Okay, do you want to do them on plain brass keys like that?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. 3 of each one?
Yeah, if I can get them to be on different, so they look like, that makes sense. They have a different base, so I can just look at them.
I can only do them silver and brass. So which one did you want to do silver?
That's a good question. Let's see. We'll do this one with the more complex geometry. That'll be silver.
Okay.
Thank you.
They're gonna do it for you.
Yeah, let me get this little rig here too.
Okay.
Two. Yeah, I'll go two.
All right, 1944 is your total. Just oh, okay.
All right. The rest, put it wherever.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Okay. The heck? Did we? I didn't have enough points. Is somebody racking up a lot of points? Fred, you lost it all? Oh, no way. That's funny. Who all lost points? That's funny. Oh no, you zeroed out. Oh no, that's hilarious. That's the risk you take with gambling, though, right? Where are we? Where's our points list? I want to see that. That's kind of funny. Nope. Save. Refresh. Where's the points? There it is. Oh, boo. That's funny. All-time points, 14.9. Currently at 0. That's hilarious. Nate G is now in the lead with 4,000 points. Y'all have burnt up some points. Did I make it considerably harder? Were y'all getting a lot of points last week and nothing this week? What's going on? Do we have more losses, it looks like? Oh, Jason did a thing. A bigger go home, you went home. That's hilarious. Well, let me try again, because I hadn't tried since my 8,000. I don't even know how many points I got. I wasn't even on the list. I've got 1,700. How do I only have 1,700 when I'm running this effing stream? You have not won a single. Has anybody won? Yeah, Dana just won. Well, of course. I guess I made it too hard. Shut up. What am I supposed to do? I was doing points. Slots. 1,000. 1 in 10 wins? Woof. Yeah, I did make it too hard, didn't I? Okay, well, we know now. I guess we can go back to the commands and try to fix that, maybe. It was just a little too easy last time. Don't you agree? I agree. I screwed y'all up, though. Manage combos. Here, let's just add a combo. What do we do? Oh, look, it's got that guy. So if you roll that, look at it, just add a combo. Oh, if you get 3 of those, okay, add a combo, 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 add a combo. Oh, I just added a bunch of random ones. Minimum bet amount, maximum bet amount. I guess I can lower that again to about 2,000. 2,067. Next step. Complete and save, refresh. And slots is relative users, Fred. Fred, I'll give you 1,000 back. There you go. You can have 1,000 back to gamble away again. The pit boss took took pity on the pit boss took pity on you. You got 1,000. Go for it. Change. Can you change what it rolls? I don't know enough to know. I just created a bunch of random results. So I'll try. Wait, did I win? I lost 1,000. Shit. Figures. Where did I go on the list? Jason? I'm going to add a few. Yeah, I can cheat behind the scenes. Yeah, your own credit. Did you already burn it? 500. Oh, you lost them all. Oh, well, fine. All right, we're gonna stop with the chat spam now. It's just a little fun thing that we can do. See if I won and we're done. Did I win? I didn't win. See, the Lumia 3 Lumia is supposed to show a light bulb, a Lumia bulb. But because that doesn't cross-reference over to YouTube's icons, it says it instead. So for me to fix that, I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how. But I'm shutting it down right now. It's done. Don't ask for points or anything. I'm going to shut that down too. All of it shut down. Stop spamming the damn chat. We'll just say Fred is at the bottom of the barrel because he lost even more. So our lead person today is me. No, not me. Neji lasted out everybody with 3,145 points. We're way over time on ending today's thing. I got a little bind up right here. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up into the disassemble screen. I did not realize it was so late. I have to do a few things this weekend. I had broken my mower, and I fixed my mower yesterday, so I don't have to mow this weekend, and it's going to rain anyway, starting shortly, I believe. So I'm glad I was able to get my yard done last night. Which one was this? It's another Defiant. It's not wanting to pick. I'm done with you. We're done with today's Saturday Morning Live. Hope you all have a great weekend. Take your dollar and then close. I just kicked everybody out of the casino. What's the green ball? Let me go look. What is the green ball? Why does it show green ball and not? Let me go look at that. Let's go to commands. Let's go to chatbot commands. Let's go to slots. Manage icons. 6 selected icons. The green ball is the green ball. In case you're wondering what the green ball is the green ball. So that cross-references over to YouTube. So let's get rid of these stupid icons. How about this? Yeah, we're gonna get rid of all those. We don't want that one. We don't want that one. We don't want that one. Those are dumb. There's a YouTube symbol. There's a dude. That should cross over. All of the emoticons should cross over. So let's go. Let's go. There's not very many. There's like prayer hands, some thumbs up, fist bumps, smiley faces, laughy faces, and then the green ball. Robot of the same version, a YouTube icon, and I guess let's just do this guy. Yep. And laughy face. Yeah, we know that'll take. And then that guy that has the big eyes, like that guy. Yeah, but he has no mouth. We've got a kiss blowy. We got star eyes, hearts floating around the face. Scaredy ghost cat. What the fuck are y'all doing? The phone. Yes, the lock and key. No, I don't really deal with them. You probably just need a mechanic for that. Lug nut locks. Oh, and then how about a cherry? Got to throw in the cherry, right? Next step. Complete and save. Refresh. There we go. Okay, we're done. Oh, no, don't do that. I didn't mean we're done like that. Yeah, y'all have a great weekend. I'm gonna try to. I think next week we'll get busy with dealing with nonsense again. Looks like the on-screen chat is a great way to test icons in real time. I mean, so like if I restart it, hold up. Since we're live and I just want to see. Too bad there weren't any keys. I didn't have that choice. Come on. Speed it up. Oh, elbow cough, elbow cough. Elbow cough, elbow cough. Okay. So, manage icons, elbow cough. That's what that is? Okay, how about that? How about wave and fist bump? And peppers. Next step. Complete, save, refresh. I know we're still assembling. Oh yeah, we do have to disassemble. Thank you. 1,000. Okay, let me try that one. Yeah, I know that but it's not in the slots program. It won't, like, it looks like Android, like 1990s Androids. Like I've only got like 30 to choose from. So we got two, a wavy, a fist bump, and a pepper. And I lost again. All right, I'm turning it back off now. We will once again play with it some next week, because it is a little bit irritating when everybody starts doing that. Alrighty, y'all. I hope everybody has a great weekend. We are going to go ahead and get disassembled, even though we're a little bit late. Locksmith, disassemble! Thanks for being here, everybody. I appreciate it. Those of you who are getting packages, enjoy. I'll try to put out just a temporary video. At some point I got to do a public video on it, all right? So we'll see how certain people feel about it, even though it's completely different because the measurement's totally different. I'm 100% sure somebody will be notified the microsecond I upload that video.
I was just speaking. You have a good day. I'll
Have,
see y'all
have,
next Thursday.
all right, have a good weekend. The microsecond I upload that video, I'm sure somebody's going to notify somebody else, and then we'll find out whether or not Jason will be able to actually sell said items. I may just have to give them all away. Completely different size. More toolbox friendly. Just a folded piece of metal. All right? I don't know what y'all are talking about. I came up with this all on my own. I was like, yeah, I could just bend a piece of metal, and if I put a mark there and put a mark there, and never mind the fact that, nah, anyway, we're just gonna roll with it until I get a lawsuit or whatever. Anyway, we demand all the profits you made from this. Okay, you get 26 cents. Actually, I'm in negative right now. So I'm going to start counting from negative. We're like negative $400 right now. So, yeah, you can have my profit when we actually see a profit, you dumb shits. Well, I probably should have just typed that later after the secret chat, shouldn't I? Oh, shit, let me go to the screen. All right, y'all have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next week. Hopefully, I can stay on track. That's why I hadn't had any videos out consistently for the past couple of weeks, as y'all know the reason. And aside from, yeah, that thing, yeah, those things. Yeah, but they can't cease and desist me from making them and giving them away, all right? Yeah, see, lock and key. We don't do that at all. Thank you. Yeah, that it is the left-hand version. It's the left hand and it's different measurement, totally. Exactly, Chuck. We'll counter with it. Well, I'm out. I mean, I'm only trying to help people here. Y'all are the idiots that stopped. Yeah. Whatever. All right, I'm going to go yell at this person out here. So y'all have a great they already saw. They hadn't seen it. I hadn't done anything publicly on it. Probably. Hey, HPC. It's not yours. It's made a totally different metal, too. Like, this metal is sourced from a totally different source. Pretty 100% sure. 99.8% sure. I don't think they care. Hope not. Hope not. It's not like millions are going to be sold or anything. Yeah, the next rendition, we can do a next rendition where we cut out some more markings. What about that? But there's no other use for other markings. Maybe 3, maybe 2.5. That would be right in the middle. That would be horrible. That'd be too confusing. What could we do? I was thinking about initially maybe rounded, because if you do this and you do this, maybe we could round it. Boop. I don't know. I did some searching and I didn't find nothing, so we're perfectly good as far as I'm concerned, because there's nothing on the market right now that's sold that's like that. So whatever. Y'all have a great weekend. It'll be in the store soon, hopefully. We'll find out, right? We'll find out. Aloha to y'all too. Aloha. Okay, we're out of here. I feel like I'm forgetting to tell y'all something, but it is way over time, so we'll just have to wait till later.